The Wild Animal Sanctuary, located northeast of Denver, is a permanent home for large carnivores. Most of the animals here have been confiscated from private owners because of abuse, neglect, or exploitation. Others are surrendered by owners who discover too late the cost, danger, and destructive behavior of such powerful and unpredictable animals, or by family members who unwillingly inherit them. This past spring, the sanctuary faced both these situations as it embarked on the largest bear rescue in their 28-year history. Pat Craig, the sanctuary's executive director and founder, was contacted by a family in Ohio who had inherited 7 bears from a relative's petting zoo. Around the same time, he was contacted by the USDA to take in 8 bears that were being confiscated from deplorable conditions at an exotic animal farm also located in Ohio. Once the judge ruled to have the bears removed, Pat would only have a few days to prepare the trucks, assemble his crew, and reach Ohio. Upon arrival, they were met by Robert Hasenjager of the Division of Environmental Health, Dr. Norma Harlan of the USDA, and Irv Sugarman, the prosecuting attorney, all of whom had worked for years to shut down this hazardous and neglectful backyard breeder. Because this confiscation was court-ordered, and the proximity of the bears' unstable pens to surrounding homes, the group was joined by police, paramedics, and the local fire department. At just after 6 on a cool spring morning, they arrived on the site. After police secure the property, Pat backs the semi-trailer close to the pen where the bears to be confiscated reside. Dr. Harlan, who had been injured by a tiger at that property on a previous inspection, pointed out the poor conditions of the bears' cage. Also, in the absence of water, the bears were drinking urine. She said the owner had received over 900 violations from the USDA. The bears had truly suffered cruelly at this place. The cage all 8 of them shared had a filthy cement floor and was around 600 total square feet. The above-ground dens were made of cinder blocks and gave the bears no protection from the cold. During winter hibernation, they were locked inside them so they would not need to be fed. The females had been overbred and their cubs were taken away and sold. But a better life awaited these amazing animals. It was now just a matter of getting them there. Tranquilizers are prepared in case a bear panics and becomes a danger to humans or itself.
I draw it up in a syringe, but don't put it into the dart, and have a dart ready. And then worst case, if one gets loose in here, you just need to be able to take that stuff out. And believe me, I'll warn you that if I think things are starting to go bad in any which way, I'll tell you. I'll say, okay, this bear's getting wound up about this, or they're trying to get this.
The first bear, a large male named Rocky, is easily enticed into the transport cage using marshmallows.
You're not one of the ones that are more anxious come up here, huh? Come on. Come on. It's all right. Yeah. Good stuff. It's okay, buddy. It's all right. That's good. Great. Dude, you're a heavy bear.
This clever bear figured out that she who loads last gets the most marshmallows.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. Quit cheating. Yeah, the girl's still playing with George. She's gonna
she
work.
Figured out the game because she was sitting at the door with her paws up as a...
Yeah, she knows.
After almost 3 hours, all the bears were finally loaded safely into the trailer. Then Pat and crew headed for the next rescue. The petting zoo met all the state and federal regulations, and the bears here were well cared for. But caring for wild animals is a huge commitment. After the zoo's owner passed away, his remaining family decided to turn over the enormous task of caring for these animals to the experts at the Wild Animal Sanctuary.
Come on, baby. Yeah, come on. Hey, ladies. Come on. Come on. Check that out.
Hercules, a large male, was easily enticed into the transport cage using only grass.
Come on. Ooh, yeah. Some of that. Give her a bite.
You want
A bite. He's like, no, take the whole thing. Yeah, there's a whole bag of them. All right. Good. Come on, sweetheart. Come on. Yeah, come on. You're gonna get the other two girls. Come on. What a good girl. What a good girl.
All the bears were loaded and ready for transport back to the Wild Animal Sanctuary, and not one of the 15 bears needed to be sedated, thanks to the expertise and patience of the sanctuary team. The day had finally come for these 15 bears to see their new home. The cages were unloaded from the truck and moved into the new 25-acre habitat. Once all the cages were in place, Pat began opening them one at a time. He would let each bear relax a bit once outside the cage before releasing another one. Hercules had the honor of being the first bear released. These bears have never walked on grass before. Hillbilly lifts his feet, unsure of how to walk on this new ground. Sadly, some of the bears took to pacing along the fence. Pat said he had seen this behavior before with bears that were removed from small cages. They will pace the distance they previously were confined to until the reality of their new freedom sinks in. The bears had gone from not even having enough water to drink to pools in which to swim and, of course, play. In place of cinder block boxes, they now have underground dens, which will hold a constant temperature of 60 degrees year-round. The piles of food are no longer just white bread, but contain fish, vegetables, and even cake. They have room to roam, places to play, and a horizon to enjoy for the first time. Bears bred in captivity cannot be released back into the wild. Not only have they never been taught to forage or hunt, but they have learned to associate food with people. Bears that consistently enter human-populated areas in search of food are euthanized as nuisance animals, even if they do not attack anyone. For Rosie, this day has come after 20 years of mistreatment, and she has chosen to spend it in the pool, letting the filth of her former life wash away. 15 bears may seem like a lot, but there are hundreds, even thousands of bears who are still in need. The sanctuary can only continue their efforts with the generous support of its donors and visitors. The Wild Animal Sanctuary is a nonprofit 501c3 organization with a small dedicated staff and hardworking volunteers. Please visit the Wild Animal Sanctuary's website for the many ways you can help save more animals in need, and ensure that bears like Rocky and Rosie will never suffer again.
I think there's a little bear in all of us.